Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thanks for joining us. We begin tonight with the weather. It's been nice and toasty over the weekend and today as well. Lots of sunshine. There is a chance of rain midweek. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. We're going to send things over to Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a look at the forecast. We keep having to check the calendar, Rachel, because it does not feel like October. It was gorgeous today. So warm.
Yeah, we've been affectionately calling it Ogtober instead of October. We are warm and feeling just like this season that we have created for one more day, and then it does turn sharply cooler beginning Wednesday and continuing right through the end of the week. And we also have that much needed rain centered right around Wednesday morning, but we need it. In the meantime, it kind of feels like a summer night out there. There's just a touch of humidity in the air. Temperatures are in the 60s to right around 70 degrees. But the front that we are awaiting that will bring us the rain and the cool down, you can clearly see it here on the map, and that will again cause some big changes for us later this week. Overnight lows will be in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. If you woke up to patchy fog this morning, you can expect a repeat of that for tomorrow as well. Any early fog will break for sunshine by noon. Temperatures are in the mid 70s, and we are looking at high temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Later in the day and at night, we'll see increasing clouds, but rain doesn't develop until after midnight. Then for Wednesday, here's a look at rain chances. We are waking up to rain across the state, and then heading through the afternoon, we'll see that rain slowly taper off. So how much can we get? Is this a drought buster? And what about that cool down? Your full forecast is coming up in just a bit.
Rachel, thank you. Now to a Fox 61 exclusive. A University of Hartford student is calling on the school to do more to protect Jewish students.
They claim several Jewish students had their religious decorations vandalized. Here's Fox 61's Tim Latow.
A student here at the University of Hartford tells me they are frustrated and scared after they say 4 mezuzahs were vandalized. It's a parchment scroll hung to the doorpost of a Jewish home.
A mezuzah is something that we put on our doorpost, not so much because we believe it will protect us, but as a reminder that God is there to protect us.
A mezuzah cracked, a University of Hartford student shaken.
I'm personally terrified. I'm very scared.
The student anonymously tells me theirs and 3 other students' mezuzahs were damaged, something they didn't think would ever happen.
It was very enraging because I was trying to assume the best of people.
The university confirms it received multiple reports of damaged mezuzahs on campus that have been fully investigated. An official says in 2 reports at the same location, it appears the door adhesive may not have been sufficient, and there is no evidence supporting targeted intent or a hate crime in any instance.
They've been very open and have definitely been putting in some effort into speaking with us and sort of helping us know that they see it.
The student appreciates the school's openness to investigating the incidents, but wants administrators to go further.
I have total faith that the University of Hartford is an ally to Jewish students, but just the way that this specifically is being handled right now is not preferable. I would like some reassurance that the school understands that this is serious and that they're dedicated to the safety of Jewish students on campus.
According to the University of Hartford, more than 10% of the student body is Jewish. In West Hartford, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
A man awaiting trial accused of murdering a woman in 1973 has died in prison. The Department of Corrections says 77-year-old George Laguerre was found unresponsive in his cell late Friday at McDougall Walker Correctional Institution. Staff tried to revive him, but he was pronounced dead at the hospital just after midnight. The medical examiner says the cause of death is still pending further study. Laguerre was arrested last month in the death of 21-year-old Janet Couture. It's a case that went cold for more than 50 years. He was already serving a 25-year sentence from a 2021 arrest by Avon police.
Suffield police say they are cracking down on dirt bikes and ATVs riding illegally on public roads, especially on the west side of that town. Officers say riders keep ignoring warnings even after multiple complaints. Unless your ATV or dirt bike is street legal, registered and insured, you could face fines of more than $390 or even a court summons. Police also warned not to ride on private property without permission. That's trespassing. Enforcement operations with drones and patrol squads are starting, patrol quads, I should say, are starting soon.
A motorcyclist is seriously hurt after a crash in Naugatuck. Police say it happened just after 6 Saturday night on Andrew Mountain Road. Officers found the rider off the road with serious injuries. They were then taken to a hospital and transferred for more treatment. Investigators say he was heading north and couldn't take a sharp turn before leaving the road. Anyone who saw the crash should call Naugatuck Police.
Vernon police say a man is recovering after being hit by a car on Hartford Turnpike this morning. Officials tell us they found the man lying in the roadway beneath his work truck at 10:45 this morning. The driver stayed on scene and is cooperating with investigators. He has not been charged at this time. Officials haven't said what caused the crash. We will update you as we learn more.
Well, several roads in East Haven are getting a massive makeover. Today, the city's mayor announced a nearly $5 million grant to help make improvements to Main Street and Messina Drive. Main Street will be paved from Town Hall to the New Haven line, and Messina Drive will be paved from Hemingway Avenue to Main Street. Messina Drive will also get a new traffic signal, new sidewalks, and street lighting. The mayor says the project will modernize the roads and make them safer for everyone.
Well, if you think you've seen more vehicle crashes on the roads lately, you have.
CTDOT says there have been more crashes and deaths on roads, and those numbers are linked to people standing on the side of the road.
Now, Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot shares what you can do to stay safe.
Recently, there have been a lot of accidents on highways, which is causing traffic officials to remind drivers of safety protocols while driving on busy roadways.
It may feel counterintuitive if you get a flat tire, if you're in a fender bender, to stay in your car, but that is the safest place for you to be.
Josh Morgan with CTDOT says with distracted driving increasing, it's very risky when drivers get out their car on the shoulder of the highway. On Saturday, a man died after he was hit by a car on I-91 in Windsor. State police say he was standing in the left shoulder after a previous crash and then went into the travel lane and was hit. And about a week ago, a man died and another was hurt after a van hit them on I-84 in Farmington. State police say both men were outside their vehicles along the right shoulder when they were hit.
Absolutely dangerous, absolutely. But you know, depending on the situation and if it were safe, I would definitely try to help if I could.
Drivers like Lori Edwards and Daniel Maldonado agree that it can be risky to get out of your car.
Put on the hazards. Yeah, if I stay in the car. I know that's for a kind of guy like me, likes to get things done. That's hard for me to do. I like to fix things. So it's a good reminder just to stay put and be safe.
Morgan says if you do need to get out your car, to get behind the barrier.
Do not stand next to your car directly with the traffic coming at you. That is just an incredibly dangerous place to be.
Maldonado says it's important to stay calm in these situations, especially for new and young drivers.
Somebody will call it in, somebody will hit 911 and say, hey, there's a driver. So remind people, especially younger people, that you're not alone and that there's a whole community of drivers around you that probably see that you're in need, and just to slow down and trust.
Connecticut police say if you have to pull over on the highway to turn your hazards on, move to the shoulder and dial 911. In Hartford, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Tonight, 2 people are recovering after being hurt in a shooting over the weekend. West Haven police are asking for your help finding the shooter. Officers responded to Sawmill Road yesterday morning around 2. Several callers reported hearing gunshots in the area. When police arrived, they learned the victims had taken off. But still tonight, police have not released details on their conditions, while the shooting is still under investigation.
And if you have any video related to this shooting, you can upload it using this QR code. You can also contact West Haven Police if you have any information that could help the investigation. As the government shutdown nears 1 full week, both sides are still digging in, and there's no deal in sight.
Real consequences could be coming soon for federal workers. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says if Democrats don't vote to reopen the government, federal workers will miss their next paycheck. Republicans blame Democrats for stalling. Democrats want to extend Obamacare subsidies and say they don't trust Republicans to negotiate fairly later this year. Meanwhile, the White House has paused infrastructure projects in several cities, and thousands of federal employees have already been furloughed, officials warn. Or furloughed, that is, but then officials warn additional layoffs could be next if talks go nowhere.
This shutdown is all on Donald Trump's shoulders, and Americans agree, according to the polls. Poll after poll after poll consistently show that the public sees the president as most responsible. His party holds majorities across the government. So Americans naturally and correctly believe the burden is on him to fix this mess.
Democrats have shut down the government because they refuse to accept a clean, nonpartisan bill. They supported similar bills 13 times during the Biden administration.
Essential workers like air traffic controllers are still showing up, even with no pay for now. They get back pay later when the government opens back up. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says that's adding more stress to an already tough job. And Connecticut Food Share says it will take $1 million from its capital reserves to make sure people have access to food during this time. The food bank's board of directors authorized it, saying it's part of its emergency action plan. The money will be used to support food distributions for impacted federal employees and still provide enough food for its 600-plus agency partners. Leaders say SNAP and other food assistance programs will be fine through the end of this month, but the longer the government shutdown goes on, the harder it may be to find resources. And we put the food resource link and donation links on our website at fox61.com.
We're taking a deeper dive into the shutdown and what it means for you, from the potential impact to air travel, food assistance programs, and government services like national parks and more. We have reaction from across the country, plus expert insight streaming right now on Fox 61 Plus for free.